Thank you everyone for taking your time today to join us for the webinar on modern SharePoint Intranet, a unified hub for remote work infused with AI. This is the first webinar in our 5-part series, Intranet in the New Normal. We are so glad to meet you all today. Thank you again. Before we begin, we just have a few guidelines. We do have a separate Q&A section that will follow the presentation that we have planned for the day. However, in case you do have questions during the presentation, please feel free to type it in the Q&A section of the chat. Please follow us at LinkedIn and also reach out to us via email at info@accurate.com. For the session today, Sareen and I are going to be your hosts. Sareen is the product owner for Mesh, and I am global pre-sales and solutions specialist at Accurate. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Poonam Chuk. Sareen and I have worked very closely with a lot of customers and helped them and continue helping them with their digital transformation journey.
Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar.
Thanks, Sareen. Well, with many economies in total lockdown due to the pandemic, organizations have been forced to implement a remote working policy across the globe. This shift, while may be critical to reduce the spread of the virus, has drastically affected the business continuity of the organizations. Today, while some organizations are preparing to return to work safely, most of the organizations continue to work from home. Without effective processes in place to guide the employees at home, several employees have experienced a massive drop in their productivity. While these are huge challenges for the organizations, they also present an opportunity for the organizations to evaluate their current digital workplace strategy and work towards providing a digital employee experience that empowers the employees to work efficiently and stay productive irrespective of their current work location. In today's webinar, we will be discussing a remote worker's experience, the challenges that the employees face with their traditional workplaces, and the importance of a good intranet that will be helping the organizations to ensure that the knowledge workers are always updated and stay connected. This would in turn ensure that they remain productive even while working remotely. We also have a demo lined up for you at the end of the presentation, wherein we'll be showcasing different scenarios, starting with a simple yet powerful intranet feed that presents the relevant information to your knowledge workers at the right point of time. Before we get into the discussion, I wanted to take a quick minute to introduce you to Accurate. Accurate has been in the industry for over a decade now. Over this time, we have had the privilege of working with a very wide variety of customers across the globe, as you can see from some of the great logos on the screen here. We have been working with some of the largest customers in retail, CPG, oil and gas, finance, manufacturing, and more. Our focus at Accurate is to help customers with their digital transformation journey by leveraging the power of artificial intelligence and knowledge mining technologies. We have delivered several large digital transformational projects around content and collaboration for our customers, empowering their knowledge workers and productive digital experience. Based on our research and our interactions with customers, here are some of the most common workplace challenges that the employees are facing today. Not centralized. Exponential growth of content within the organizations tends to overwhelm the knowledge workers. With so much information spread across multiple business applications, it feels very challenging to find the relevant content. Something like trying to find a needle in a haystack, right? Now, think about the cost of context switching while the employee is trying to find the relevant content spread across the different business applications. Along with the loss of productive hours, the context switching also has a huge impact on the employee's productivity. Not contextual. Your knowledge workers need quick access to localized and personalized news and updates. Especially during a crisis like this, the remote working employees need to stay updated on the latest news in their location, recent changes in their departments, and how the people in similar roles are tackling the situation. They definitely need a very quick and easy access to information that helps them with their current project or activities that they are involved in. In short, they not only need content, but content that is individualized based on their interest, their location, preferences, and needs. A traditional intranet is not equipped to provide this level of personalization to your remote workers. Not mobile ready. A lot of knowledge workers need to access information on the go and may not have access to laptop or desktop at all points of time. Let me give you a quick example here. Think about a health worker trying to access information on the availability of PPE kits. If the digital workplace that the knowledge worker is using is not mobile ready, it becomes very challenging to get the required information at the right point of time. Also, for the people who prefer spending a lot more time on their mobile devices rather than their desktops, it is very frustrating to not have the option to access their work related information on their mobile devices. Takes too long to find the right information, right? How many of us have seen this a lot of times with our organization search? We all know that these are very stressful times. A traditional intranet's poor search engine just adds to the employee's existing frustrations. Just imagine how annoying and unproductive it will be if you cannot find the information that you are looking for within an intranet. If you have to spend hours switching across multiple business applications just to get to the right bit of content. If employees do not get the searched information with ease, they will quickly become disengaged and thus it will affect their productivity. Boring experience, primitive compared to external websites. We are all used to the rich experiences on the social media networks and web search engines like Google and Bing. So the employees now expect a similar individualized experience even with their digital workplaces. Especially during this crisis, while the employees are forced to work remotely, an intuitive and engaging digital experience platform will encourage a very high adoption rate by the employees. Traditional intranets provide a very boring experience, and a lot of times the content offered is static in nature. Tedious to share and create knowledge. If you want your employees to continue sharing their knowledge with others, you must make it a very easy experience for them to create and share the content. Traditional intranets have tedious content creation tools, and these processes generally depend on the IT team to moderate and publish the content. The entire experience is very challenging for the employees to share knowledge. Difficult to identify subject matter experts. We all know that knowledge is not just limited to the explicit content like documents or articles within the organization. The people within the organizations are very rich sources of knowledge. It is thus imperative for the remote workers to get connected easily with the right subject matter experts. This would help to prevent them from reinventing the wheel whenever they are challenged with a new activity. Especially while working remotely, it is very challenging to identify the people within the organization who have already worked on similar activities or projects. Being able to connect with these SMEs at the right time and learn from their experience will help to save a lot of time and effort for the remote workers. Even though the traditional intranets are equipped to search the people within the organization, the search results are generally dependent on the static profile of the experts, not on the projects or activities that the experts are involved in. Limited collaboration across business units. Typically, the traditional intranets do not have very easy or intuitive tools to collaborate across the different department units. So a lot of the knowledge workers end up working in silos. This makes it this makes it absolutely important for the intranet to be equipped with easy to use tools to encourage communication and collaboration amongst employees across departments and locations. All right. Now that we have discussed the challenges faced by employees in a traditional workplace, let us try to understand what kind of contextual information will help the remote worker to stay efficient and productive, especially during these challenging times. These are some of the typical questions that your remote workers need quick answers to. What should I be aware of within my organization? What do I need to know about my business unit? Whom should I connect with to get more information on this project? And so on. While working remotely, knowledge workers want their intranet to present the relevant information to them to help to get their work done faster. The intranet should also empower them with the right information so that they can take informed decisions. Organizations need to understand that the modern intranet needs to provide an individualized experience to the knowledge workers to ensure engagement and productivity during these challenging times. The knowledge workers need their intranet to function as a central information hub with the right kind of content access at each point of time. Acuit's solution, Mesh, is designed to help customers ensure business continuity during these challenging times. I'll now hand it over to my colleague Serene, who can provide us an overview of our solution, Mesh. Serene?
Yeah, thanks, Poonam. Thanks for giving the details. So here you can see in this slide our mesh, a caption of our mesh. You can see here the autonomous intranet, which is empowering digital workplaces to deliver right content at right time to the right person. So below diagram shows the philosophy behind our mesh. So which is basically the entire organization knowledge is sieved through organization memory and user profile based on the preferences and activities to present the relevant content to the user. So that's the whole philosophy of our mesh solution. Let us look into some of the key features which a good intranet should have. Good intranet like mesh should have. So first is personalization and recommendations. Modern intranets such as Mesh 3.0 are equipped with AI and machine learning capabilities that analyze the interests, preferences, location of all the employees and recommend highly contextual information to the user. This personalizes the intranet experience for employees and increases employee adoption and productivity. As soon as they open the intranets, employees can see highly personalized articles, insights, documents, news, or peer updates. For instance, a new hire should see the company's onboarding and HR policies as soon as they log into their intranet. And similarly, the marketing team should see the latest updates and news related to their function. In addition, by using multilingual capabilities, intranet pages can also be personalized according to the language preferences of the employees. Personalization is a key digital workplace. In a key digital workplace is, and it is what makes the personalization is what makes employees come back and use the intranet again and again. With AI and advanced content targeting options in an intranet, it's now possible to deliver the same level of user personalization as delivered by consumer social platforms like YouTube, LinkedIn, Netflix, kind of things. Moving to the next feature, Mesh leverages the power
Sorry,
of.
sorry,
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry to
sorry.
interrupt, but you need to be a little more louder. Thank you.
Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, I'll
Thanks,
put my
Sari.
mic a little bit closer.
Sure.
Uh,
Thank you.
Fine, thanks. Okay. So coming to the second feature, Mesh leverages the power of cognitive enterprise search to empower the employees with a one-stop search engine to search across information within Office 365 applications and all the enterprise business applications. The advanced search feature also utilizes AI to anticipate, recommend, and autofill search terms based on past actions, user profile, keywords, and semantics present in the stored data. This has taken the effectiveness of search feature to the next level. And this is a very important feature. Moving to the next key feature, mobile readiness is a necessity not just for the deskless workers, but also for the mobile savvy generation that spend a lot of time on their mobile devices. A dedicated mobile app for the intranet will help to keep the user updated with the latest org updates and relevant knowledge topics on the go. Users can also quickly search for the required information using the powerful enterprise search right within the mobile application. Since a lot of knowledge workers are comfortable with MS Teams, we have also created a Teams app for Mesh that surfaces the Mesh experience on the MS Teams. Moving to the next key feature, a good intranet like Mesh is designed to function as a central information hub and presents the relevant information to the knowledge workers spread across multiple business business apps. So the intranet also presents easy to access most commonly used transactional activities performed by the business application to save time on the context switching and on to ensure the productivity. For example, a sales team member can easily update the lead information in CRM application using the action card on the intranet directly. Moving to the next feature, remote employees are struggling with loneliness, which is negatively impacting their output. Modern intranets like Mesh function as a virtual water cooler by providing the perfect platform to collaborate and communicate with colleagues. These are equipped with interesting social features such as discussion forums, polls, likes, comments, at mentions, and so on across different channels to empower users to be more collaborative. They also provide an AI-enabled approach to recommend relevant subject matter experts based on the user's role, interests, activities, location, preferences, kind of things. Moving to the next feature, it is imperative for intranets like Mesh to provide an intuitive and clear navigation experience to encourage employee adoption. The streamlined and personalized elements provide instant access to content for better employee collaboration and experience. It offers flexibility to the end users to customize the user dashboards where employees can organize apps, documents, and other information according to their needs. Employees can simply add, update, or remove elements from their personalized dashboard view with a simple drag and drop process with the best digital experience. So to summarize, Mesh is a ready-to-deploy intranet accelerator platform that enables you to quickly provide an enriched digital experience for your employees. So let me demonstrate some of the powerful features of Mesh, which will help the remote workers to stay productive. Let me switch to the intranet portal. Here you can see the homepage of our intranet. So this interface is continuous unified feed, something similar to social media platforms, but specifically made for enterprise scenarios, displaying relevant corporate topics and knowledge content that helps the employees with their daily activities. Here we have logged in with a persona called John, who is a frontline knowledge worker. He logs into the intranet portal, and here he can see news articles and management speak announcements, which are promoted by HR. These will cover the top-down communication aspects of the intranet. Then comes the recommendations to the users or regarding the events or recommendations of documents, people, etc. This is one of the area where applied AI comes into the picture to intelligently surface the most relevant content to the user. Since John is a frontline knowledge worker in the oil and gas vertical, here he would see some of the recommended subject matter experts related to the topic which he is relevant on based on his current activities, projects, location, role, and so on. So the connections with the relevant people can be established and he can collaborate more. Since Mesh functions as a central information hub, John will be able to see business applications like open tickets from ServiceNow, so that he can directly see the open tickets like ITSM tool. Any ITSM tool can be connected, or other one like leave application from HRMS system. This is connected to Workday. So similarly, Mesh can connect to any other business applications like Salesforce, Power BI, SAP, and all the connectors are available. And the other kind of cards which you can see are which are related to social collaboration are like birthdays and anniversaries and gallery kind of things, videos. So all these kind of things will come from the team, John's team. Basically, the John's team related related recommendations will show up there. And Mesh is a kind of solution which is flexible to make digital experience suitable for the needs of organizations. Either it be for the simple interfaces for information and transaction of business applications, or to comprehensive search, or branding and look and feel. All of these are flexible in nature. As we understand, each organization's style and culture is different, even though their objectives are different. So we kept all the flexibility open.
Wow, Serene, that's really great. Serene, I had a quick question. So you just mentioned that Mesh is designed to function as the central information hub, pulling in the relevant content from all the different business applications, right? But tell me something, with this entire intranet feed kind of experience, what if John needs something in particular? Say, for example, he wants to look at only the relevant news for him and not spend time going through the entire intranet feed.
Well, we have taken care of various aspects of user experience. So primarily in the left side, you can see the navigation segregated into different categories. So basically, although the user can see all the feed, which is automatically generated for him, users can directly go to, or John can directly go to any particular element. Here I've opened news. So all the news elements he can dig through, and he need not miss anything, and he can just browse through. So yeah, these kind of possibilities are there basically.
Cool. Thanks, Serene. So, we've just seen the portal from the view of a knowledge worker like John. And earlier, we've been talking about individualizing the experience and contextual content and so on, right? So, can you just show us how different the experience would be for another persona, maybe say from the management team?
Yeah, that's a good question, Poonam. To showcase that, I've got ready with another persona. So another persona called Cynthia. She is a sales manager. Here, when Cynthia logs in to the intranet, she would see content, different content or different news items which are relevant specifically to her. In addition to the relevant news and other elements, since she is a manager who has access to multiple things, she would see dashboards from CRM application, and see here she can see a sales overview from a CRM application. And also, since she is a manager, she would see something like leave. So she need to approve certain kind of leave. So she's able to see all the leaves which her team members applied. And and he and here you can see, I mean, this basically all the business applications are also personalized here. So any business application based on the persona can be shown up to the users.
Wow, Serene, that really looks good. So, not only did we see the information getting pulled in from the backend applications when we were logged in as John, but Cynthia is able to even perform some sort of transactions with the backend applications right within the intranet portal, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Awesome. So now that we are able to present the relevant information to the user at all times, I'm absolutely sure the users definitely want some sort of search engine, right, where they can search for content. Can you kindly show us how Mesh helps in that regard?
I'm glad that you asked. I've opened the search also to showcase in today's. Here you can see the results surfacing from various places like news, events, articles, results from documents, or SMEs, or so basically almost it's a comprehensive search interface. Using this, all these are basically using the power of cognitive capabilities and showing the relevant content to the logged in user. It also surfaces results from business applications. I'll type something like computer. Since we have connected to ServiceNow, and mostly IT related results are connected here. So here results from ServiceNow will keep showing up, and it can connect to any other applications like Workday, SAP, or any other business applications. So here you can see the results from ServiceNow and also people recommendations and all. So, or the particular vertical can be selected and deeper diving can be done. And basically this search is a vast subject, and uh, basically it's a vast subject and important aspect in digital workplace. So we will discuss more on how search can increase the efficiency of the employees in our upcoming webinars dedicated for search. Yeah.
Thank you, Serene.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot for the demo. So just like we've seen in the demo, Mesh is designed to ensure that it becomes the daily habit for your employees. It is designed to function not just as a storage of documents or media content, but also as the central destination for any kind of information spread across the various business applications. It includes a very advanced and
Uh, Poonam, I can see some noise. Can't hear you. Sorry for that. Give me a couple of seconds. Yeah, Poonam.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, sorry, my bad. So I was just bringing us to the conclusion of the session. So we do have some time for the Q&A, and we have our first question as part of the Q&A window. Can mesh be rolled out on classic SharePoint?
Yeah, Poonam, I'll take up this one. Yes, so mesh can be deployed in classic SharePoint as well. So primarily, if you have to understand the major difference between classic SharePoint and modern SharePoint is the interface upgrade. And of course, there are many advanced features which are there in modern SharePoint. So we have made mesh compatible with all the classic features as well. Yeah, no.
All right. Thanks, Irene. So we'll wait for some more time. So Sareen, while we are waiting for the other questions,
Yeah.
Let me quickly ask you, since we've been showcasing about relevant content and so on, right? So
Yes.
how exactly does Mesh capture the persona of the user to showcase the contextual information?
Okay, so basically there are multiple dimensions to how we capture the persona. So Mesh looks into the Active Directory to detect all the role-based and basic details about the user, and then all the activities of the users over the conversations, emails, and activities related to the portal and complete Office 365. All of these will be captured the activities related to search also will be captured, and based on all this, algorithms will run to generate a persona. To get these, we have extensively used Microsoft Graph Services and Azure Cognitive Services. So that's how we make the persona. And it is dynamic enough in the sense it will be updated on real time.
Okay. Thanks, Sareen. That helps. Well, we have another question here. Is the intranet feed view mandatory? So let me answer this. If you're existing, uh, if you're talking about the existing intranet feed that we just showcased on the mesh, no, that's just the design experience that we have brought in based on the social media networks, social media sites like LinkedIn and Facebook. However, we are aware of the fact that we cannot have a one size fits all view for all the organizations, right? Keeping that in mind, Mesh has been designed to have a very flexible user experience that can be completely customized based on the branding guidelines and any other specific requirements that the customer may have. Hey, Serene, there's one more question on the chat window here. Is it possible to deploy only the advanced enterprise search in an existing intranet?
Oh.
All right, I'll try to take that one as well.
Yeah.
So in case your intranet is on SharePoint Online, we can definitely roll out just the advanced search experience that you saw as part of the demonstration today. This would help you to provide a web search-like experience to your end users. And as we have already seen, Sareen showed us, we can also surface content spread across different business applications like your HRMS systems or ITSM tool right within a single search application. All right. So I think that's about it from the questions. Sure. Thank you so much all for your questions. In case you do have any additional queries as well, do feel free to drop us an email. Sorry.
Yes, Poonam.
Can we? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So as part of this webinar series, we will be focusing on several essential features that organizations need for their digital transformation journey to ensure engaged and productive remote workers. You should all definitely register for these webinars if you have not already done so. All right, folks, that brings us to the end of the presentation today. I do hope that you found this beneficial, and I would like to thank you again for your time for the session today. In case you have any other queries in mind, do feel free to reach out to us at any point of time. And just before I let you go, I would like to remind you that we have our next webinar coming up on the 6th of August at 11:30 a.m. EST. And the topic of the next webinar is Unlock Enterprise Collaboration on your way back to the new normal. I sure hope to see you all there then. Thank you, everyone. Be safe.
Thank you, everyone.